Hi, I'm Jessie Lee here at Circus Tattoo Expo with Nate. Please introduce yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? What tattoo shop you at? What's your computer number?
I'm Nate Dostal. I'm with Primal Attitude Protein. Here tattooing with Will Spink and Anna Felka. I'm from London, Ontario. Here in town, we just opened a studio, Inner Circle Tattoo Collective. So come check us out on Instagram. Yeah. That's it.
What is your favorite style of tattoo?
Favorite style of tattooing to look at would probably be like painterly color realism, I'd say. Black and gray, things like that, just things that kind of relate to what I do, which is just realism in general.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first tattoo ever?
That I got or did?
Did.
Yes, it was Barney the Dinosaur.
Yes.
Yeah. He got it right here, and it was maybe this big. It took about 6 hours. And I used more of like a magenta instead of purple, so it healed out all spotty and pink. It was pretty funny.
So. Did you have to retouch it?
Yep. Yeah, it holds up today. It's funny. It looks good. Yeah, but every time he wears shorts, it peeks out, so he has to explain it to people all the time. So, but he's got a lot of new tattoos, and now his new ones can justify it. So.
I feel like the best tattoos are the ones that have like a great story behind them.
Even the worst tattoo has great stories sometimes, right?
Yeah, like I have a lot of like really bad tattoos. They have great stories.
And it becomes your favorite, right? For one reason or another. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is the worst tattoo you've ever done?
The worst tattoo I've ever done? I'm sure a long time ago I might have misspelled something. I don't think I ever did.
Like,
actually,
what's your worst memory of a tattoo? Like,
worst memory of a tattoo?
Yeah, like someone who's just like horrible or it's like a really bad
I've got a
tattoo.
really vulgar story that I did in an interview in Fredericton, but I don't know if it's like... So I was tattooing a guy, and it was only like 2 hours right here, and his friend came, and she was a lot bit younger. He was like 60. She was maybe 26. And he kept moving, and we had her on a stool sitting next to him and just chilling. It was like a tall stool, but he kept moving, so I kind of peeked around his arm, and he had his hand up her skirt while I was tattooing. So I was like 18 maybe, and I got super uncomfortable and just finished the tattoo, never said shit. And that was probably the weirdest fucking thing. Or I had a guy that farted. There was a farting guy in there, and
There's a farting guy?
Yeah, I didn't know his name for a while, so we just call him the farting guy every time he'd come in. But he'd come in with like beer farts and make me stop every 2 seconds. So I just told him to do it, and I'd continue. Yeah, so that's how that went. Yeah.
Those are really great stories, though. I love them.
There's a lot of them. Every tattooer in this building will have some crazy ass stories. Yeah.
Okay, so if you were to pick one place, it's like your dream place to tattoo. Maybe you've already tattooed, then you want to revisit, but what's like either like a place you want to visit or like a really good shop or like a really good artist you want to work by? What
I'd
would
always
that be?
love to. There's certain places I'd like to travel. Certain shops. There were shops that I dreamed of tattooing with, and I've kind of gotten to hang out and tattoo with them now. I've always wanted to travel out to Europe and go to UK and tattoo there, and start hitting the States just because it's next door neighbor. So
You should totally come to LA and tattoo there.
yeah, that's always been an
I might know
idea.
someone that lives in LA, you know.
There's a lot of stiff competition, right? So
my God, there's so
we
many
want to go to LA
tattoos.
next year, but
There's a lot of tattooers in LA, but there's like a select group of really good tattooers.
that's true. That's almost anywhere too, right?
Yeah.
But that's almost like the hot spot for everything. So it'd be exciting. I know we want to do. I think there's Pasadena. There's a bunch out that way. So we could do. Yeah, I want to do them all this next year, or at least start. Yeah, and then at least travel a bit more out of Canada.
I know a few people that run tattoo expos out there. It's like, maybe I plan on working against me.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're pushing.
Awesome. So, what is your best tattoo moment? Like something that just like made you just is the best tattoo moment of your life. Like something that just makes you love tattooing.
Either just the satisfaction at the end of a day where you kind of both of you put in all the hard work, their sweat, blood, and tears, and your hard work. You kind of have this product at the end, and they get to keep it. You get to watch it walk away, but that's a pretty cool experience. And then after however long goes by, you kind of lose touch with the fact that thousands of people have your mark on them now, you know what I mean? And whether it's good or bad, it's there. It might be covered, it might not be, but that's a cool feeling. Plus you reconnect, or you connect with people on a level that you normally wouldn't.
Yeah.
You spend 6 hours with somebody who you might not ever talk to, and you might connect with that person more than you would any of your friends. I don't know.
Exactly.
There's things that I've told a
New
client
friends
that I would
from
never
clients.
tell people, right? Just comfortably, just because we could relate in a certain way. Yeah, it's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're working on this weekend?
Yeah. Today I'll be entering the large black and gray and tattoo of the day. Yesterday I started like a half sleeve. It's like an octopus skull with a bunch of creepy tentacles and
That's awesome.
yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for the next generation of tattooers? Like things that they should do or they definitely shouldn't do?
Work hard, and the more you do it, the faster you'll learn. Yeah, that's just it. It takes hard work and dedication. It's really defeating at times. A lot of tattoos are defeating, but you kind of have to beat yourself up to progress forward. And if you're going home every day thinking you're the shit, then you're definitely not doing something right. If you go home and you kind of critique your tattoo, you might think it's awesome, and then you get home, if you go to bed not liking it anymore, chances are you're doing something right, because you're critiquing yourself to a point where next time you're going to better yourself, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that'd be my advice.
Do you have anybody that was your biggest influencer with tattoos? Like someone that like really made you want to tattoo, or you had a certain style and then you saw their tattoos and you're like, oh my god, I need a tattoo just like that.
Yeah, what kind of got me into the realism was this guy who tattooed some of this stuff. His name's Jay French. He's from Goderich, actually. We used to have him as a guest artist at the shop that I started at. Watching him tattoo and watching him tattoo me, and he did portraits and things like that, so it really got me interested in that style of art. And then that's just what I strive to do, and then it kind of grew from there.
Is there anything you want to plug, like your Instagram, your Twitter,
Nate
your
Dostal
shop?
Tattoos, Primal Attitude. That's it, really. Yeah, Inner Circle Tattoo. Just London artists, you know what I mean? Spread the love. Yeah.
Do you have any upcoming events?
We have Toronto coming up, actually. I'm bad at that. Toronto coming up in September 20th. Hamilton in October, the start of October, and then Calgary in October 16th, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, so there's a few coming up in the next 2 months. Yeah. So look out.
Well, thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Thank you. I
Have a
appreciate
great
it.
rest of your weekend.
Yeah, you too. Have fun.